Denver International Airport lies a secret. A hidden part of the building no one is supposed to see. A place where people vanish, where shadows move, and where the walls remember. Opened in 1995, Denver International Airport was a monumental undertaking. The final cost was over $4 billion, nearly double its original budget, and it was finished more than a year behind schedule. This massive delay and overspending fueled whispers and speculation from the very beginning. What was really being built out there on the plains? The official story points to complex baggage systems and infrastructure, but the reality on the ground was far stranger. Massive underground tunnels were constructed, a labyrinthine network stretching for miles beneath the terminals. Officially, these were for baggage carts and utility access. Yet, many of these tunnels were never officially mapped. Workers from that time speak of entire corridors that were erased from the blueprints, doors that led to solid rock, and rooms that seemed to appear and disappear overnight. The official explanation is that the initial automated baggage system failed and was abandoned, leaving miles of tunnels unused. But what if that wasn't the whole story? What if those tunnels were built for something else entirely? The strange stories began even before the airport opened its doors to the public. During the final phases of construction, a deep sense of unease settled over the work crews, especially those working in the deepest subterranean levels. Then, it happened. 3 workers, part of a late-night crew, disappeared without a trace. They clocked in for their shift, descended into the tunnels, and were never seen again. A search party found their tools and ID cards laid out neatly on the floor of a remote corridor, but the men were gone. The most chilling piece of evidence was a garbled radio transmission from that night. The last call recorded one of the workers, his voice laced with panic, saying, "We opened the wrong door. We're not supposed to." And then, just static. Silence. No bodies were ever recovered. The official report listed them as missing, but those who worked alongside them knew something terrible had happened down there, in the dark. If you've ever walked through the main terminal at DIA, you've seen them. Sprawling, vivid murals that stretch across entire walls. The airport claims they represent peace and environmental harmony, but take a closer look. What you'll actually see are scenes of chaos, destruction, and despair. One mural depicts a terrifying, militaristic figure in a gas mask, wielding a sword and impaling a dove, the universal symbol of peace. Lines of weeping women hold lifeless children. In the background, a city burns. Another panel shows children from all nations gathering weapons wrapped in flags to hand over to a central figure, while a dead body lies in a coffin below. Some researchers claim these aren't just unsettling works of art. They believe the murals are warnings, prophecies, or perhaps messages for a select few who know where to look. A secret society communicating its plans for the world, right out in the open. Deep within the airport's unmapped underground, a sealed room, known only as B397, is rumored to exist. You won't find it on any official blueprints or schematics. To the airport authority, it doesn't exist. Yet, over the years, a handful of maintenance workers and security personnel have sworn they've stumbled upon it. They speak of walking down familiar corridors only to find a new, unmarked turn. At the end, a single, reinforced steel door with the faded marking B397. Those who have found it describe a powerful, unnerving feeling. The lights in the hallway flicker and die. The concrete floor vibrates beneath their feet, and a low, persistent hum seems to emanate from behind the door, as if the room itself is alive and breathing. Shadows dart in their peripheral vision, and an overwhelming sense of dread forces them to retreat. No one has ever opened the door. They're too afraid of what they might find. The security camera network at DA is one of the most extensive in the world, watching over every public corner of the massive facility. But sometimes, it catches things it isn't supposed to see. Over the years, multiple recordings have captured fleeting glimpses of a tall, unnaturally thin figure. It wears a long dark coat and a wide-brimmed black hat that completely obscures its face. Staff have nicknamed it the Midnight Passenger. It appears only in the dead of night, often in deserted terminals or deep within the service tunnels. It never interacts with anything. It just walks, slowly and deliberately, before vanishing into a shadow or glitching out of the camera's view. Employees who have reported seeing this figure in person speak of a sudden, bone-deep chill and the unsettling feeling of being watched. Some have even heard faint whispers on the air, calling their name, moments after the figure disappears. They say that when you see the Midnight Passenger, someone you know is about to vanish. Standing guard outside the airport is a terrifying 32-foot-tall statue of a rare horse with demonic, glowing red eyes. Its official name is Blue Mustang, but locals have a more fitting name, Blucifer. The story behind this statue is as dark as its appearance. During its creation, a large piece of the sculpture broke off and fell on its creator, artist Luis Jimenez, severing an artery in his leg and killing him. The statue, literally, killed its own maker. Some believe it's a curse. Others claim the horse acts as a sentinel, a demonic guardian for whatever secrets are buried beneath the airport. The most chilling rumors are tied to its glowing red eyes. At exactly 3:33 a.m., on certain nights, witnesses have reported the lights inside the main terminal flickering in perfect synchronization with the horse's pulsing eyes. These moments often coincide with spikes in reported paranormal activity deep within the tunnels below. The paranormal phenomena at Daya are not just rumors. They are a part of daily life for many who work there. Employees regularly report sudden, inexplicable gusts of wind in sealed-off hallways, disembodied whispers that seem to come from the walls themselves, and pockets of intense, unnatural cold. They speak of missing time, of looking at a clock and seeing hours have passed in what felt like minutes. Heavy security doors slam shut on their own. Motion-activated alarms in empty sections of the airport are triggered for no reason. Custodians and security guards have seen shadows moving against the flow of light, and apparitions that disappear when approached. Visitors, too, have reported strange occurrences. People waiting for flights in deserted gate areas have heard clear, distinct voices, sometimes seeming to speak in unison. The messages are always the same. Stay below. Come down. He is near. The stories all point to one terrifying conclusion. Something is alive beneath Denver International Airport, and it's hungry. The missing workers during construction were just the beginning. The files are sealed, the reports buried, but the truth whispers through the halls. Every year, someone disappears from the tunnels. A maintenance worker, a security guard, a lost traveler who wandered too far. No trace is ever found. No evidence is left behind. It's as if they simply ceased to exist. The airport feeds, silently and patiently, taking what it needs from the world above, unseen by the millions who pass through its gates. Because beneath Denver International, something waits. Is Denver International Airport just a hub for travel, or is it a gateway to something far more sinister? For decades, whispers and theories have surrounded this massive structure, painting a picture of secrets buried deep beneath its runways. Today, we peel back the layers of concrete and steel to expose the chilling tales that refuse to die. From hidden bunkers and secret societies, to the ghosts of those who vanished within its walls. We're venturing into the heart of one of America's greatest mysteries. This is the dark side of Denver International Airport. Before we descend into the shadows, let's set the stage. Opened in 1995, DIA was notoriously over budget and years behind schedule. The official story blames construction issues, but many believe the delays were intentional, designed to conceal a much larger, more clandestine project happening right under the public's nose. The airport is massive, covering more land than Manhattan. So what exactly is hidden in all that space? The theories point to a sprawling underground complex, a multi-level bunker system rumored to be a headquarters for the global elite, a shelter for a coming apocalypse, or something even more terrifying. The evidence. Odd symbols in the airport's artwork, strange dedication plaques, and countless testimonies from construction workers who claimed they were hired to build tunnels and facilities that had no apparent purpose for an airport, only to be fired once their section was complete, sworn to secrecy. They built a city beneath the airport, a city most of us will never see. Let's start with the art. If you've ever flown through Denver, you've probably noticed the unsettling murals. One of the most infamous, Children of the World Dream of Peace, depicts a terrifying, gas-masked soldier with a sword and a rifle, impaling a dove, while weeping children and burning cities lie in the background. Another panel shows the same children from all nations celebrating as the soldier lies defeated. Airport officials say it's a message of peace, triumphing over war. But conspiracy theorists see a prophecy. They argue it depicts a coming global genocide, a depopulation event orchestrated by a new world order, followed by the establishment of a one-world government. The soldier isn't just a symbol of war, he's an agent of the plan. And this isn't the only piece of disturbing art. There's a statue of Anubis, the Egyptian god of the dead, and strange gargoyles popping out of suitcases. Are these just quirky artistic choices, or are they markers, symbols for those in the know? And then there's the dedication stone. Near the Great Hall, a capstone bears the symbol of the Freemasons and credits a New World Airport Commission. The strange thing is, no such commission has ever officially existed. Researchers have dug through public records and found no trace of this group. So, who are they? For many, this is definitive proof that the airport was funded and built by secret societies, like the Freemasons or the Illuminati, as a headquarters for their global agenda. The plaque is a bold declaration of their ownership, hidden in plain sight. It's a message that they control this place, and by extension, the future they believe they are building. Let's go deeper, underground. Former construction workers have come forward with incredible stories. They describe building massive tunnels, some large enough to fit multi-story buildings, leading to cavernous, 5-story deep bunkers. They were given specific, segmented tasks, and weren't allowed to communicate with other crews working on different sections. It was as if they were building a giant, secret puzzle, with no single worker ever seeing the full picture. These accounts fuel the belief that a massive doomsday bunker exists beneath the airport, fully equipped to house the world's elite when disaster strikes. Some even claim the tunnels connect to NORAD, the nearby Cheyenne Mountain complex, creating a vast, subterranean network for the powerful to move unseen. The airport's most iconic and controversial landmark is the 32-foot-tall blue Mustang statue nicknamed Blucifer. Its creator, Luis Jimenez, was tragically killed when a piece of the massive sculpture fell on him in his studio. This dark origin story has only added to its mystique, but the most terrifying feature is its glowing red eyes. Many see the horse not as art, but as a demonic guard, one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, watching over the airport. Visitors and employees have reported its eyes glowing with a malevolent intensity, especially at night, as if it's alive, a sentinel for the darkness that lies beneath. Is it just a statue, or is it a warning? Beyond the grand conspiracies, the airport is a hotbed of paranormal activity. Employees have nicknamed it the Ghost. One of the most haunted locations is said to be room B397, a place where time itself seems to warp. Workers who enter the room report that minutes stretch into hours. They hear disembodied footsteps echoing behind them in the empty space, and the feeling of being watched is overwhelming. Some have even seen faint, white figures chained to the walls, ethereal prisoners that vanish the moment you try to get a closer look. Nobody knows what happened in B397, but something tragic seems to have left a permanent stain on the very fabric of the building. And it's not just one room. Throughout the labyrinthine maintenance tunnels, employees have encountered what they call the voiceless people. These are human-shaped silhouettes that appear suddenly, standing perfectly still in the darkness. They cast no shadows and make no sound. When you turn away and look back, they're gone. The prevailing theory is that these are the spirits of the first construction workers who mysteriously vanished during the airport's construction, their souls now trapped, forever wandering the tunnels they helped build, invisible and unheard by the living. Could there be a connection to ritualistic practices? The whispers of conspiracy suggest the airport's very design is a giant sigil, a magical symbol meant to channel energy for the New World Order. Rooms like B397 aren't just haunted, they're alleged ritual chambers. The murals aren't just art, they're prophecies fueling the plan. Every hidden hallway, every shadowy corner, every strange symbol is part of a grand, dark design. Some insiders claim that secret, late-night rituals take place in the airport's deepest, most inaccessible levels, ceremonies meant to maintain power and influence over world events. The disappearances didn't stop with the construction. An unsettling pattern has emerged over the years. Every so often, an employee vanishes during a night shift. Their belongings are found in their locker, their car is still in the parking lot, but the person is gone without a trace. The most disturbing part, in some cases, a review of security footage shows the employee didn't even exist on camera until the very moment of their disappearance. It's as if they were inserted into reality just to be taken away. There are no cameras that capture them leaving, no witnesses who saw anything. They are simply gone. A chilling whisper circulates among the night crews. The airport chooses its own sacrifice. The paranormal encounters aren't limited to employees. Travelers from all over the world report bizarre experiences. They hear the ghostly cries of the midnight passenger, an unseen entity that roams the concourses late at night. They see Lucifer's eyes flare with red light from the highway. They feel the icy touch of unseen hands brushing past them in crowded terminals. The air in certain areas will suddenly turn freezing cold. Electronic alarms will trigger for no reason, and automated doors will lock themselves, trapping people inside for a terrifying few moments before releasing them. It's as if the entire airport is a living, breathing entity that periodically exhales its ghostly residents. Even today, the strange occurrences continue. Security personnel monitoring the deep level cameras have reported seeing rooms appear on the monitors that were there the day before. Bizarre symbols materialize on the floors of empty service corridors, only to be gone hours later. On audio recordings, faint, low voices can be heard, whispering numbers and names that no one recognizes. And every flicker of the fluorescent lights, every glitch on a security screen, feels intentional. It feels like you're being watched by the building itself. Denver International Airport is more than an airport. It's a labyrinth of conspiracy, a trap for the curious, a witness to things we can't explain, and perhaps a cage for those who disappear into its depths. The questions remain: what is truly buried beneath the runways? And are the strange events merely coincidences, or are we seeing the gears of a sinister machine turning right before our eyes? This is Tales of the Dark, where we expose the secrets, the shadows, and the things that history tries to hide. If you want to uncover more of the world's hidden truths, make sure you subscribe to the channel and dare to question what you see. Thanks for watching.